Israel striking back. So last night, Yemen's Iranian-backed Houthi rebels escalated their campaign against Israel by firing a ballistic missile directly aimed into central Israel, forcing millions of civilians to take cover and scatter into bomb shelters. The missile was successfully intercepted by Israel's Iron Dome defense system, preventing any casualties or any mass damage. So in response, the Israeli Air Force conducted precision airstrikes targeting critical Houthi-controlled infrastructure in Yemen. These strikes, aimed at neutralizing the Houthis' military capabilities, focused on oil depots, power plants, weapons storage facilities, and ports used for terrorism logistics. Tonight, I'm going to analyze the scope of the threat, this new frontier that's opening up, Israel's response, and the broader implications for Israel's regional and national security. So the Houthis, originally a local militia in northern Yemen, have evolved into one of Iran's most dangerous proxies. I want to break this down even deeper. With financial, logistical, and military support from Tehran directly, the Houthis have acquired advanced weapons capabilities, as we've seen here over the last year, including ballistic missiles and UAVs, which is enabling them to strike far beyond Yemen's borders. Yemen's far away from Israel. This isn't Israel's border here. And over the past 14 months, the Houthis have carried out hundreds of attacks against Israel. And in recent weeks, they've escalated their aggression, including a drone strike on an apartment block in southern Israel 2 weeks ago, as well as a long-range missile launch directly towards central Israel just the other day. So the Houthis' actions are in clear violation of international law and threaten not only Israel, but regional and global security, and I want to explain why. Yemen's location near the Bab el-Mandeb Strait is a vital choke point for global trade, which makes them even more significant of a threat. And disruption of the area could drastically impact world economy. And the Houthis' capabilities are part of a broader strategy orchestrated by Iran. Tehran funds arms, directs the group as part of its axis of resistance, and its goal to destabilize the region and continuously challenge Israel's security and push Israel into the ocean. I want to talk about the retaliation. So in response to last night's attack, the Israeli Air Force launched a coordinated monster strike campaign against the Houthi-controlled targets in Yemen.
Alpha. חימוש הבא. יש פיצוץ.
And the strike focused on the ports and maritime operations of the Houthis. So tugboats used to bring ships into the Houthi-controlled ports were obliterated, along with unloading cranes and critical other logistics. Israel also nailed their energy infrastructure, which are key facilities in the Sana'a that contribute to the Houthis' military operations that Israel targeted. Israel also smashed some weapons depots. These are storage sites used for missiles and UAVs. Israel obliterated a ton of them. So the objective of these strikes is to disrupt the Houthis' ability to sustain their operations and prevent further attacks against Israel and the other parts of the region. They've been attacking the American military as well. And Israeli intelligence is now laser focused on targeting Houthi leadership, I believe. By dismantling the command structure, Israel's going to start going after their leaders, trying to weaken their groups' operational effectiveness to prevent attacks. And this is a new phase in Israel's response against the Houthis. And it shows Israel's not playing around here. But I don't think Israel's had a ton of great intelligence on the Houthis. And I think it's taken time for them to continue building up that intelligence portfolio to start to go after the Houthi leadership. Hey, are you guys a fan of my work both on the news and on the Aaron Cohen Show? do me a favor, help support the show by becoming a Season 1 sponsor. Hit the link down in the description and grab yourself a mini sponsorship package. They start at about $25. We're independently produced, so it helps keep the lights on in the studio. Also helps to keep me combating that anti-Israel misinformation garbage that's floating around out there. Hit the link down in the description. Join my support team and grab yourself a Season 1 sponsorship package. Appreciate you guys. I want to say this, though. They're not acting in isolation, the Houthis. Their attack is part of a broader Iranian proxy strategy, which is part of what Hezbollah and Hamas and other groups operating in the Middle East are doing for Iran. They enable Iran to wage this asymmetric warfare against Israel while avoiding direct confrontation. So I just want to say this. Iran avoiding direct confrontation has larger implications here that extend beyond Israel. And the Bab el-Mandeb Strait, which is one of the world's critical trade routes, is now at risk. And the Houthis' control over that port and their attacks on international shipping vessels have already disrupted maritime security in the region. And this escalation, it just shows how important it is to have coordinated efforts to counter this Iranian threat. And Israel's actions, not only to protect Israelis, but also serve as a model for how you need to deal with this asymmetrical nonsense. In this type of complex geopolitical environment, the rest of the world needs to be following suit. And I know that when Trump gets in office on the 20th, he's going to dive in with Bibi. And so Israel's response to last night's missile attack sends a clear message, though, unequivocally. Just any aggression will be met with aggression and action. And the Houthis and their backers in Tehran, they're learning that Israel's not going to hesitate to avoid to act to protect its citizens. Iran is just, they're not getting it. So once again, Israel sends a clear message. Any aggression, and we're going to smash you. Again, but that's the only language. It's the only language that these idiots understand in Iran. It's that strength. You've got to continue killing them, and they're finally going to go, whoa, okay. So I'm going to keep an eye on this thing, and I'm going to come back to you as the situation evolves. I think this Houthis, I think Yemen, I think Sana'a is going to be the next major front that Israel's going to have to continue peeling open as they develop that critical intelligence. I'm going to come back to this as it continues to evolve to update you guys here on the show. Do me a favor. Let me know what you guys think of Israel's counterstrike on the Houthis. Justified? How much farther or how much more does Israel need to dial it up? Do me a favor. Hit the comments down below and let me know what you guys think. Always curious to hear your thoughts. Also, subscribe, like, follow, share the episode. This is a small but important win for Israel. And again, Israel's going to keep dialing this thing up. So I'm going to keep an eye and I'll come back on this one. I want to thank you guys for watching this one. This episode is sponsored by the Cherry's Deep Concealment Holster. Same holster I trained Keanu on for the John Wick franchise. Runs the below the waistband. This thing's never going to fall off you. Minimal, adjustable clip. Fits all double stack 9 and 40 Glocks. Hit the link down in the description to grab yourself one of these bad boys. And lightning fast draw with just a little bit of training. Finally carry with comfort and proper concealment. I'm Aaron Cohen. You're watching the Aaron Cohen Show. And I will catch you guys on the next one.